Hey, welcome back there, Armchair Warriors. Tom here with a new campaign series for Hearts of Iron 3 using the Black Ice version 12.1.1. Newest version just came out just a week ago as of the time of this video. Probably a month ago for you guys maybe watching this. I'm probably posting this in the new year. Um, and the cool thing is, well, I guess let me back up a little bit. I was expecting version 12.0 or 12.1 rather to be the Russian OOB total workaround, so total change up, and basically provide me the impetus to restart a Hearts of Iron 3 game and play it as the Russian. Something I've done just once and kind of blew it off because it's like, this is too much to have to deal with here. So I kind of waited and to see if the dev team would be doing that this version. Apparently, no. It's a little bit of a bigger ask right now to get that worked up. Probably something later, well, next year, obviously, as I'm recording this. This is just about the last couple days of the year here. The next versions coming here at this point are just going to be memory improvements, little fixes, little patches, things of that kind of nature. So nothing terribly big overall. I was gonna say the nice thing though about this patch is it does do a lot of fixes. In fact, the 12.1 patch previous to this does a lot of cool additional things. Um, but they're really working on trying to eliminate all the crashes that are going on. As I do this video, they've actually kind of discovered with a little bit of help from a third party application, there may be a way for those with NVIDIA video cards. AMD video cards users would need a different route, but NVIDIA video card users using a third party app will find their memory usage late in the game halved. So instead of, I don't know how many gig, but anyway, instead of like say 6 gigs, it's only using like 3.5 gigabytes of RAM. So apparently there's some huge improvements coming. Definitely look forward to it, and we'll get that implemented. Fortunately, any updates, changes now. This path, these forks coming up won't impact or detract away from the current campaign that'll play here. Um, so good on that, I would have to say, yay. Um, I will say, however, when let's say version 13, probably the lucky number for the Russian rework, when that comes out, I'll wait a little bit for any updates or quick patches and things of that kind of nature. But I will start a new campaign, as I declared with the Russians. Here, for this particular one here, we are going to go with our old favorite Germany. Just because I'm kind of in the mood for a good land campaign with some air and naval components as well. I actually played around a little bit, played some Romania, played some Finland. Um, Dove back into the Italian campaign that I had started and aborted a little bit too soon there. Um, wasn't feeling any of it though. With Germany, yeah, I know that that can be a long-running campaign. It'll be something I will certainly enjoy doing. Finland, I would like to give it another college try, but unfortunately, I think it's kind of for streaming purposes, kind of a boring country to play. There's really not too much that Finland can do in the game until war. Well, I should say until after Barbarossa. Let's say war with Russia, but war with Russia happens in the winter of 39-40 there, the Winter War. And while that is interesting and exciting, each time I played it, I played a couple campaigns as Finland. I noticed that usually it came with historical impetus where no matter how well you were doing, Russia would eventually just win. Basically say, okay, we're going to take the territories that historically they end up getting. The little section here, the peninsula here, and I think the port up here or something like that. There's a few areas that they do end up picking up. no matter how well you're really doing, or poorly for that matter. One campaign I was playing, and um, it's the first time actually. I hadn't set up any fortifications or anything like that. Really hadn't built anything, and all of a sudden, boom, Winter War happened. And I mean, I knew it was coming. I know the historical, when time frame when it happened and stuff. So I had moved units up ahead there, but I hadn't actually built anything. I was just churning out um, factories and make sure my resources were kept up. Actually got all my resources maxed out on that I could potentially on the areas that were producing resources. So I got steamrolled by the Russians all over the place. So then the next couple campaigns, I then moderated a little bit better and built up some reinforcements. And one campaign actually did so well was pressing. Actually, had Leningrad partially surrounded, not completely, but partially surrounded, and had pushed them here in the middle. And it was a stalemate up north here. I was thinking I wasn't going to worry about this area here, but I wanted to push here as much as possible to see if maybe could I get all this territory here, or could get sufficient amount of territory or something like that. It didn't matter. At a certain point, it was like, Russia says this, and you have to accept. So that was a bit of a bummer. Romania, like I said, I played that. Played two campaigns. We did Bulgaria as well once, just kind of an idea on all of them. Um, did Romania, and that seemed interesting. I think I need to play around with that a bit more, do some more tests, and kind of figure out what's a good strategy to work with them. Same with Bulgaria. I was trying to go for let me go ahead and attack Yugoslavia, Greece, Turkey, and that didn't go very well at all. I think I bit off way more than I could chew there. Not all at the same time, of course, but nonetheless, I was trying to attack each one separately here. And I did another Italian campaign. Uh, Trying to keep it more in line with the historical um, path that Italy kind of went there, and that seemed interesting. But I think I need to tweak the Italian campaign a bit more for another stream. Germany, I know I can just sit and play that as is. So we'll go ahead and jump into that. I love my black ice loading screen there. Oh, and speaking of Hearts of Iron, I like that Christmas sale, the winter sale. I did pick up Hearts of Iron 4. Did picked up the deluxe version which came with a couple of country, I think Russian and German. Actually, I gotta look it up now. But anyway, the Hearts of Iron 4 Deluxe pack, which came with an expansion, a couple of country DLCs, and a couple of other type of DLCs. Nothing terribly uh, wondrous or anything like that. And am starting to learn that it's a totally different game. First, I played Hearts of Iron 1 first, skipped over 2, which I understand was a totally different beast, and then jumped into Hearts of Iron 3 here when it got released, and been playing that for the last decade or more now. Hearts of Iron 4 I know is an old game as well, but it seems like it's a very much different game too. The scale seems larger, I guess, or smaller. I don't know. Basically, with Hearts of Iron 3, I mean, you've got these provinces here, as you can see, but then if you drill down, you can see each province contains 3 to 5 um, sections. I forget what they're called exactly. Involved, like, here's 5 and here. Um, Hearts of Iron 4 seems like you just got the one province. It's not broken up into the individualistic aspects, and there's a lot of changes to it. I can get more into the Hearts of Iron 4 and how much more different it is to what I'm expecting here with Hearts of Iron 3. But we are here to play Germany's Hearts of Iron 3. I will say at the outset of this, we're going to follow a fairly historical precedent here. I'm not going to go through any really extreme things. We're not going to attack Poland in 1936, for example, or anything like that. Or you know, there may be some changes to the overall tempo of the war and stuff like that that I'll certainly take. But for example, when it comes time to attack Norway, we'll go ahead and do that. I will, however, because of the way of the nature of how the AI handles naval invasions, to wit, when you start naval invasions Germany on Norway, Britain immediately responds. Britain and France both immediately respond and will engage your fleets, which is kind of weird because the AI has such a I know all, omniscient type of view of the world that it's difficult to get those kind of surprises with those you're at war with against. Of course, it's hard to get those surprises off and running. Japan, we saw it was fairly easy because we didn't we didn't declare war against America until Pearl Harbor, and at that point, then we did our naval invasions everywhere that we wanted. America didn't have a chance to respond at that point. There just wasn't any way for them to do so. They weren't in position, same position that Britain is. Britain is close by here. So the upshot is when it comes time for the Norwegian invasion here, probably what I'm just going to be doing is a cheat. I'm just going to go ahead and just drop uh, select divisions off at beachheads nearby Oslo, down south here to the west, and all the way up to the north here. I think Trondheim, and I think we may actually go Narvik as well, dropping it off at Narvik, just as the Germans historically did. There's no way for us to be able to transport troops on destroyers. We have to use transports, which are very weak and easily sunk. So, and without Marines, any kind of naval invasions don't go off too well here in Hearts of Iron 3. So we're just going to be doing that kind of cheat when it comes time to attack on Norway. But that's later. Otherwise, like I said, we've fallen through a historical precedent here. We'll be taking all the events as they go, as they would historically be. Attack Poland in September 1st, 1939. Attack France and Lowlands. We may attack a little bit sooner because it's very difficult to replicate the 6-week war in France. Very difficult to prosecute that because if you let too much time slip by, the miners know what's coming, and of course, so do the Allied powers. They know it's coming, and they start stacking all up and down here. So pulling off what Germany did in the real war, very difficult to do in Hearts of Iron 3. So we may actually be attacking the lowlands in France early spring rather than waiting until almost summertime. Regardless, anyway, that's what we're doing at this point here. If there's like anything cool that pops up, we might be like, okay, we'll take our chances here, there, or other places. We'll go ahead and do that, but for the most part, try to do as much of a historical campaign as I can here. So let's go ahead and hit that off. We'll start with our diplomacy here. We got a couple things we need to click off here. Oh, one of the things you'll notice, the event window is now in the middle. This is taking me a little while to get used to with the 12.1 update. So used to ever since the 10 update, I think it was, that pushed the event window here to the left. But I think it's better in the middle because as you can see, when I move my mouse cursor to the left, used to having the window over here like so, sometimes I would slide over too far to click on a button and it moves the map around. So I like the fact that it's back here in the middle again. We're going to go hard as Germany. For everybody else, we are going to go hard Chinese. We're going to go very hard Japan and Italy, hard allies, hard Soviets. And then, as I always do for my Allied and Axis miners, we're going to go easy. And for our AI miners, that's everybody that's not an Allied miner, we're going to go very easy. That doesn't, basically all miners at this point are just AI miners. But once miner countries start falling into the folds, either Allied or Axis, then that's when those benefits, slipping it up an extra notch there will certainly help out. And I feel that's the best way to handle the realities of the war back in the day, where with that type of setting, Germany can, or actually, all the different major powers can steamroll allied nations very easily still. So, Poland will fall in a matter of weeks. The lowlands will fall in a matter of a couple of weeks. Denmark, well, a week instead of the couple day or two it took, et cetera, et cetera. So I feel putting on that easy of a level certainly helps there. We're going to disable that for a year. Okay, we're all done there. Let's switch over to the next one here. A couple things we need to take care of. We're going to drop our reinforcements down to just 10. We've got nothing going on as Germany, as you know, for the next 3 years here. Upgrades, we'll go ahead and leave that as is. Consumer goods, we'll pop that up. We're going to leave everything as it is here, with the exception, we're going to go ahead and just spin all these to the top like so, and basically flip-flop. Air first, submarine second, Navy third. I'll leave that as is there. Let's go to tech here. So espionage, we're going to create about, 0.5 spies is perfect. Diplomacy, we don't need quite so much. We're going to be doing some stuff in diplomacy for sure, but I don't need quite so much in it. Let's do 0.15. There we go. And let's start getting, so those who remember my Japanese campaign, watched along with me, know that I have a certain a procedure that I follow with my techs. I pick a tech area in the tree and focus on that until everything that's current year or older has been researched, and then drop to the next important tech. So for Japan, depending upon the year, of course, let's say later war, it was nation first, and then naval forces after that, and then air forces, chain of command doctrines, and land last. With Germany, I go pretty much in the order that it's displayed right here, though naval forces will be on the bottom. And for the most part, with naval forces, we're just going to be concentrating on submarines. But that said, if I have the points to spare as the year progresses and I've learned everything that's current year, sure, then I'll start spreading out into capital ships, transports, cruisers, escorts, etc. So starting here with our nation, let's go ahead and select all of the nation type research. That will be applicable for us here. Nothing there. We go with welding instead of casting. Let's get radios because we'll definitely need that. As Germany, we're probably going to forego secret. It honestly, 1938, as soon as I get nuclear fission theory started, realistically speaking, as Germany, I mean, sure, you can go and make a push for it. And get your atomic bombs and nukes, but with the way I want to play a little bit more historically, probably just going to bypass it. If I have everything's learned and I'm like, okay, what else can I go for? Sure, that's what I'll dive into that. But let's get to construction here. We need to get our industry taken care of, get the seaport in. So doing good there. Thus, next we go with land forces. Oh, real quick, actually, we'll go to troop ship flotillas. Can't forget that we need those learned so we can get them built. We will need some extra troop ships and the capability, I should say, to build them. Period. We'll get extra troop ships, and I'll show you here as we go through the different events later on. All right, infantry, standard for branch, sure. Camouflage. Improve security units. Trucks, yes. We're not going to do body armor. Let's see. Artillery. Artillery brigades, yes. Heavy AA guns as well. Armor. Not too much we're going to be able to do here. Yep. Anti-tank. High density alloys, yes. Special forces, yes. Special forces. Mountaineers. Well, I mean, you can see mountaineers, ski troops, Marines, which I may or may not go for them. Not 100% sure on that just yet, but we'll see. All right, we're doing pretty good there. Let's go to prototype. Get the bomber type text going here. We will need we'll need assault gliders, yes, 4-engine airframe and large fuel tank because we're going to be building 4-engine transport planes. We need paratroops. We need lots of paratroopers. Let me apologize ahead of time. Those who have watched my videos know I will brutally massacre the German language. I did it with the Japanese. So I apologize ahead of time. I'm not going to say the German branch of the the paratroopers just because I'm no good at saying that. All right, long range submarine, and we'll stick at 30. 30 sounds good. Now let's get the rest of our sub-tech here that we can get. So I'll make sure we stay on top of that. Okay. Transports already did. Oh, we're going to slip down to Blitzkrieg. Fortunately, there's only a couple things that we can go for. We're going to go for superior firepower, get superior strength so we can improve the strength and size of our units. I don't expect things to go poorly to the point where we'll start doing this, but I could see doing that. Like, if we start losing late 40s on all fronts, I could see researching all this here to start decreasing the size of my units there. Ground battle plan, we need the rolling artillery for that. We also need defense, and if we can, but I don't think we'll be able to get that. Political indoctrination, because as you can see, ton of SS stuff in there, SA as well. So yeah. Air doctrines. So we're just concentrating on these three. We're not going with any strategic stuff, not going with any CAGs. We will go with logistical though, because we'll be bombing some roads and stuff like that. Installation as well. Fighter bomber to interceptor. All right, command. As you can see, I'm just front loading all the stuff that we could potentially get here. All right, so that's everything there. Let me check. I didn't do operating. Let's get all of these things here. Military police, special forces, mountain unit. Cool. See, we got 52 projects out of 30. Nothing as special. I had asked, but maybe it wasn't something that could be done. Had asked if we could break up these country unique technologies into the country itself. So that way, when you're looking at this, you can go, okay. I mean, I know, but somebody that's brand new might be like, so what are all these? What countries are these for? When can I expect them? But yeah, like these are British. These are French. These, including the Fletcher class, Independence class. Oh, I didn't even realize, are these new? I don't remember seeing Fletcher class, Independence class. But anyway, Hedgehog all the way down to Independent class are American. SES, isn't that British? Huh. I'll have to play a British campaign sometime. I kind of see that. Assault rifles and Tigers. That's German, of course. This is Japanese. Alpini troops, the Nimrod, and Obama. Those are all Italians, and then these are Russians. That's interesting. Well, SES might be American as well. I'm not sure. Not sure on that. But anyway, so I think we're done with our tech. We haven't gone through the rest of our naval forces. So once this gets all learned, we'll just do another quick spin through everything just to make sure, see if there's anything else that might have popped up. But if not, then we'll press onward to naval forces and start learning all that kind of stuff. We are getting rid of William Frick. You do better as our Minister of the Sciences. Joseph Goebbels is who we're going to be definitely putting in there. Don't need a 3-year draft. Let's get the 6-month draft in. We got 3 years before we'll be going to war. We'll go to volunteer army as well, and I think that does it for us. So we are good to go there. Let me go back to production. So cool. We're actually at a point now, 0.02. I don't think, yeah, full mobilization is where we want to be. I may look at going to mixed industry. I know we'll be giving up 15% bonus there for consumer goods in order to gain a 10% IC bonus. So I don't think that works out to our favor. I think we'll end up, if we go up that route, we'll end up spending more IC for consumer goods and not have enough for actual production in comparison to where we are now. Like right now, sure, we've got 50 we can produce, but I think once I flip, if I were to flip that, we would get more IC, another 15 roughly or so. But I think we'd be needing more than 15 to go towards consumer goods. So whatever we would gain, we would lose and then some into consumer goods. So I don't think we're going to go. Yeah, we're not going to go with mixed industry just yet. Everything else stays the same. Can't spend anything else anyway. Let's own spies, counter espionage. We want to, well, we do want to raise, and we want to support the ruling party, of course. So allies, United Kingdom. We want to counter espionage. We want to military espionage as well, and we want to disrupt national unity there. And then France, do the same. We want to definitely disrupt national unity, make them, it's fairly easy to make France fall, but following a more historical path, that, like I said, I'll just end up attacking them in early spring. I'll wait till winter is over. It still will take a couple of months before France falls. At this difficulty level, I just want to make sure I give myself enough of a boost there to help me out. Okay, so those are the allies. Common turn, we'll go Soviet Union. Definitely need to boost that up. We need to do some military espionage, and we definitely also want to disrupt their national unity. And North America, United States, we just want to do military espionage and some tech espionage. And I kind of, yeah, we're okay. I was thinking about putting some spies in Japan to try to see if we can steal some research from them, naval research, but I'll probably end up getting something stupid tech-wise I don't really need. All right, so we're going to do, say, five of each of these, advance in an hour, etc. So let's do our annual espionage focus, economic boost, military academy, air, we throw in road as well. Boom, we just hit enter, get all those windows go away. We're going to do a long-term investment for one of these projects here. I want the railway tycoon and national highways both. That would be great. Mining would be kind of cool too, but these two, just because we need that kind of level of infrastructure. Economic spying, honestly, depending upon the country you play, some of these other things would be very, very useful. I know as Japan, we switched over to naval intelligence when 1941 came around, beginning of the year, because we were going to, or maybe we waited till, I think I waited till 1942, honestly, because we need that naval intel. Pacific Theater, you got to know what's going on in your back of the woods. Land intel would be great, but as Germany, but we're going to wait till we get into 1939, probably 1940 before we'll actually switch over to the Army intelligence. For right now, get the IC efficiency, get that going here. Let's get this advanced by an hour. Transport activations we'll do. Bank for National 7th block lift we're going to do as well. Create the command structures. Let everything else kind of wait till the next hour. So we will be doing independent branches and reforming and all that kind of stuff. Again, due to historical things here. Yep, Kriegsmarine reorganization, reoccupation of the Rhineland. We're going to be doing a science investment to start off with. Eventually, a move into an industry investment, but we don't need that necessarily right now. 5% IC increase at 150 IC is just like 7.5 IC. That's all. But a 7.5% leadership modifier, as you can see, would be a almost 4 points of leadership, which could go into research. I'm boosting officers right now in anticipation. Actually, you know what? We're going to just do that for right now. We'll keep researching everything until we get to the point where all our officers, start fading away. Then we'll beef up officers. Anyway, an extra 4 or 5 points of leadership would be great because that would be providing us some pretty good stuff here. One area or the other. So yeah, science investment for now, do industry later. Cool, activate our trucks and sports cars. All right, now we're going to do leader backstory, reoccupation, Rhineland. You can see the specifics there. We don't have a descent right now, so there's really no need for that per se, but we do gain a whole bunch of materials and money, which we definitely need. Other beautiful things too. All right, because all those who want to send troops for Abyssinia. Granted, that kind of pisses off Italy, but I know that it won't really matter because Italy will still join us maybe a bit later. Perhaps there'll be an event that'll pop up. So, I mean, if I wanted Italy sooner on my side, I wouldn't send any. I would do nothing. But here, I don't need Italy until when there would normally be joining me, and the benefits far outweigh those negatives. So even though we would lose some manpower, fuel, supplies, not that big of a deal. The excuse me, the research benefits are far and away better. Player backstory, good. So this is pretty typical for me for Germany. My mother was a pioneering scientist. My dad was a biplane pilot during the Great War. We ended up becoming a child apprentice for the crude oil, much needed rare materials, much needed energy metal. Not so much needed, but still needed. Childhood hero was a wealthy and independent businessman. Sure, we lose some money, but we'll make up for that. So as a young adult, I followed my father and became a pilot in the Air Force. Honestly, for the benefits, because as Germany, we're going to be building more land units than not. From an RP role-playing RP perspective, I do like to do this, but also it does have a nice benefit of the air build time, which is pretty long in some instances anyway for some things, like CAGs, for example. That 2% decrease can certainly be helpful. All right, let time tick away another hour, and motorized support choice, mix support choice, and new day is dawning. Boom. Okay, so our new hero is set up, and we'll go to him in just a minute. I'm going to move my troops around and all that kind of stuff here in just a moment, but let's get all the rest of the first hour, first day type stuff taken care of. So mixed supports. This is our mixed support groups. Where will I be focusing in 4 areas? Most of my stuff as Germany. First off, anti-tank upgrade, because we know who will be eventually facing. Recon upgrade, because we'll need some speed. Infantry tank upgrade, and amphibious armor upgrade, because I may take upon the Marines aspect. And if I do make some Marines, it'd be nice to have them, get them some amphibious armor there. Cool. Motorized support. So pretty much the same, well, not pretty much the same thing, but yeah, anti-air, recon, light armor upgrade. And then we're going to go ahead and take artillery this time around for motorized. Okay, So that is that. Real quick, save the game. First save. Did a whole bunch of stuff. Don't want to lose it. Now let's take a look here. So let's open up all these things here so we can see kind of what's going on. Start with naval units, kind of get that out of the way here. All right, so we got some stuff we need to kind of, yeah, we're going to peel off torpedo boats and the seaplane tenders. I'm going to move them over here. Go in here, convoy raider, that's cool. These four, we're going to go ahead and split these off, torpedo boats separately, and transport. And I'll show you how we can get some more transport ships kind of for free as the game progresses. So that's that. That's that. We're going to combine these guys together, and then we're going to split off the light cruisers on their own. But these both are going to come to Kiel. We're going to rebase there. Okay. And U-boats, these are all just coastal subs. Just going to leave that alone as one big stack for right now. I think that pretty much takes care of our fleets. Air, let's go ahead and just take a look here. So transport plane, we're going to, there you are, Brandenburg, send you up there. I think I'm going to leave all my other planes kind of where they are for right now. Yeah, I don't think there's any. Normally what I would do, and I'm starting to go away from that now. Normally what I would do is I would congregate all my other planes, my attack planes, into Leipzig. That way they're in one central area. I can build them out from there, and as my planes get built, then I then ship them to where they need to go. But I think this time I'm going to do things a little bit differently and just simply have the planes just stay where they start, and we're not going to worry about moving them around until we get closer to wartime. This group here, we're going to go ahead and move them to the west side here to Stuttgart. Working in the south here, we'll keep going down. So garrison troops will move up to the front. My mountaineers will move around in anticipation of getting ready for Poland. Another garrison I see. And what do we have here? Another garrison. Yep. This will be, they'll help boost the defenses, beef up our garrisons a little bit more. Move him up there. So we're up to there, Karlsruhe, and this will be going to the second. Yeah, so Mannheim and Offenburg is where the next group of people will go. Baden, and not Mannheim, but there. Okay, continue to move upwards. So we're going to move you down there and probably attach a heavy artillery just to one of the guys there. Baden. So here and here. We're going to move you to there and you to there. Okay. And U-boat. Let's do strategic redeployment because as you saw it was -18 or something outrageous like that. Here you can see -9. That means they're never going to move. One of the things I'm looking at when I was I did the tutorial, and in fact, what I might even do is a separate Karlsruhe. I think here's where you're going. Yeah, a separate video on HOI4 where I'll just go through the tutorial with you guys, just kind of show in case anybody here that's playing, strictly HOI3 and is like, I don't want to play HOI4. The winter sale will be ending shortly here. By the time that this video is posted, it'll definitely be over. So you have to wait to the spring sale or if Paradox does another Paradox type sale, or I think Steam does a grand strategic war or something like that, uh, month or week or whatever. If so, that will be the best time I feel to get the game. I personally don't feel that HOI4 is worth the money that you end up spending for it at full retail. That's what I'm trying to say. Man, I'm having a hard time with words. I don't spend full retail on HOI4. It just really is not worth it, I feel. It's it's a totally different game, of course, but there's a lot of things wrong with it as well too, where it's just not cooked fully, I feel. We're going to pull you guys to there, I think, and I'm going to bring my leader is going to come up, sit on Rostock, and just hold that. This will be a future. This is my hero unit, so you can see the stats on it. Pretty dang good overall. Pretty good speed. Hard attack, pretty good as well. Soft attack as well. Bonuses are just perfecto. So this will be a future tank unit, armored unit, which I will build. That's why I'm keeping the anti-aircraft with them as well. Eventually, what I might end up doing is just upgrading the armored unit or the anti-aircraft unit, so it's a motorized. So that way we've got some speed there, not being held back by the anti-air. I mean, you can see, the speeds. Actually, yeah, the AA speed 6 kilometers. Not terribly slow, but still, it does impact. All right, so that's moving everybody around. There we go. Let time go a little bit further here since it made all those moves. We're going to save and we're going to switch over to resources map mode. Starting in Prussia, we're going to be going through here and basically building a whole bunch of industry. So hit my cap lock, and we're just going to, because I already have heavy industry in here, I'm going to build 4 more IC. By the time after the fourth one is built and enacted, that'll be 5 IC that I've got coming out of here. So well worth it in my opinion. But we do need to go through. I need to make sure that everything kind of gets built up here. We have 9.2 energy. Let's put in 3 coal field as well. Okay, so that takes care of Prussia. Northern Russia at this point, we'll just stick with the coast. Just going to put in 1 industry for now, Rostock, just 1 industry there. Put in 1 coal field, that's all. Put in 1 there, 1 there. Hamburg, 1 there, put in another coal field, so we have 3. I'm just kind of going with what feels right to me. That number there, put in 1 more, and that should help improve it a little bit further. Yeah, 3.6, we'll leave that alone. Here, oh yeah, we're just going to pump it full, max out both of these because their numbers really, really good. Here, just put 1, and we're going to put in 1 rare and 1 coal field and 1 metal. Hanover, just 1, and we're going to be pumping up all the way to the max. It's going to be forever before that gets finished, but it'll be good. It'll be good. 1 there. We'll put in 1 steel, and we'll put in 3 coal. I already did there. Yep. Essen, just 1 there. Dieseldorf, because we got that here. Coal maxed out, and steel, we're going to max that out as well. Here, we're going to max this out as well. Now we'll be getting you'll see we're going to have like too much energy, and that's fine. Heavy industry, we're going to max that out as much as possible. We're going to put in 1 steel and just a couple, but you will see there will be a good reason for that. We'll leave that alone. I don't think it's not going to tell me. Yeah, until the year passes, this might be a bit too presumptuous. We know we need to max this out. Yeah, it's saying 0, but with what's here, it's got to be real high, but we'll wait. We can wait. Heavy industry, we always max out. Steel, we're going to max that out. Actually, 4.4. No, we're not going to do that. Yes, cancel. That's the one. Yeah, because it's only 4.4. That's a lot pumped into it. If I was to pump that much more, it's only going to move the needle a little bit. We can put 1 more coal field in there and 1 more rare for sure, but nothing more than that. This has 2. So each one of these basically, I mean, that's 25% per, but 2 of these means that's 50% per. So these 4 I'm putting in means I'm going to get 2 more IC free on top of that. We'll beef that up to 3. Just put 1 there, put 1 coal, and 1 there, and we'll also do 1 metal as well. And I think we're almost done here. Put 2 in there. Got zinc, yay. Put in 2 coal. Now the nice thing is, put 2 in there. If we get to a point where we're like, oh, I have way too much energy, something to remember is I might have too much energy in 1937, 38, even 39, but yeah, we're going to be conquering lots of territories or gaining a lot of IC. We may not be getting a lot of resources to match along with it. The AI just doesn't necessarily build in that kind of manner. And what we could do is actually sit there and buy the stuff that we need, but eventually, especially in late 1939, our trading partners will have to be contiguous to us. So Yugoslavia, the Balkans, for example, to Eastern Russia, the Baltic states, Finland, Norway, Sweden, sure, Denmark, lowlands, Italy, but we can't be pulling, can't be buying from America, for example, because all of our stuff would be getting sunk left and right. I'll put in a couple coal. We're going to put in a lot more. Yeah, we're at 5 there. We can actually pump it up. We'll do that. We'll see where we stand. Actually, you know what? We'll max that out. Put in 1 there. We're going to leave those alone. This is metal, rares, which, yeah, we're going to pump this all the way up to the top. And this here, we're going to max that out. We're going to max out the coal. And I think we are done. Alrighty. One thing we can do is look to see where our best provinces are. Rares, Berlin, of course. And I think Berlin. Oh, did I even do Berlin? I did not. Holy cow. How did I miss that? All right, so we're going to max out Berlin. Considering coal's at 13, yeah, we're not going to go too much further, but we are going to go maxed out with metals there. And I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I didn't do here. I'll do that much. Okay. So looking, you can see where we're getting, like for oil, for example, Hanover. It's the only place where we're getting oil domestically. So we'll have to import. Rares, we're getting a good bit here, but we'll be needing to buy. So we'll still need to import for sure. 9.7, we're doing real good actually there. We could go easily, go at the current pace we're at right now. We go 3 years and still be having a surplus of rares, assuming nothing changes, but that's not the way it's going to be. So that's why we're building more rares. Metals, you can see a lot of, yeah, we have a lot of metal available to us here. And energy, a lot of energy, coal mines all over the place. Um, and other energy sources, doesn't have to be coal necessarily, all over the place, but we're building those up because we will be needing them. All right, time to kind of let this kick off a little bit here. Doot, doot, doot. Choose our focus. We're going to start with natural resources so we can help improve that. We're going to go with heavy aircraft. Keep forgetting. Heavy, weld, and is it gas? Yes, because you can take a look at the year. Gasoline's at 1938, diesel's at 35. Obviously, we want to go with gas. So heavy gas weld. Heavy gas weld. The reason for heavy instead of going with light aircraft. See, light aircraft, supply throughput bonus, air build time bonus. I don't know why armor. Oh, welded armor build time. Yeah, that makes sense. Heart attack and air. Heart attack is the same. That's all for welded. Gasoline. I'm not sure, but anyway, the heavy or light. We lose with the light aircraft. We would have the air build time and supply throughput. Oh, supply throughput same. The air intercept efficiency under heavy goes up. Build time will go down because with light aircraft we have a 4% speed increase. But that's okay for the improvement to the air intercept efficiency. So we will take that for sure. Cemented armor and closed armor, the closed hangar. That is what we're going to take. When we get around to building aircraft carriers, probably what I'm going to end up doing down the road is converting all of the oh, cool. We'll take a look at that in just a second there. Converting all of these ships, the coastal battleships, into well, won't be able to do it because we're not in a place where we can do it, but convert them to light aircraft carriers. Budget reserves, sure. Creation of battle commanders, yay. We want a normal strat. We do want revolts. Sure, we'll build Berghoff. We can see we get some improvements in the one province there for expenditure of our supplies. And IC takes a hit for a month. We'll start off with the veteran units. We'll flip-flop. We'll do veteran Wehrmacht first, and then SS after that. We'll keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. All right, so starting at level of IC efficiency is 0. Okay, we have high popularity, so we got to take a look at that. We bought those networks. So this is where we're at now, -7. Okay, tech. So let's beef this up too. So we lost some of our leadership here. That's okay. We're doing fine here. Italy would like 50 energy for money. We will be happy to provide that. Totally forgot about here. So oh, caps lock's on. That's why I was trying to reorganize and it wasn't letting me. We're going to go ahead and put a anti-aircraft in here. Actually, let's put heavy anti-aircraft in here and HQ defense. Put anti-aircraft there. And the last anti-aircraft will go into this cavalry unit. And we're going to move these units up some like so. Won't matter wherever else anybody else goes at this point here. Okay. Cute. kind of let the speed tick up, or let the game tick by a little bit. I'll grab some water while we're sitting around. So yes, we want to do the historical stuff. So allow all the events in this and other things. Historical division upgrades, including the SS. Apologize if anybody's offended. Totally get it. But like I said, I kind of want a historical follow through on this. We'll be having the SS. We want to activate the fascist militia, yes, and we want to try to nationalize the private sector. It did not work. We took a 5% hit. I mean, we're still bringing in $13, so yay. I gotta take a look and see. We're down to so yeah. Now rares we're losing 32 a day. So that would be 9,000. Wait. So I have 100 days. That would be 3,200, 3,237 to be precise, times 3. That'd be 9,600. So 10,000 a year. So yeah, I could still go 3 years and that won't be an issue. Yes, we want personality effects. I just find them kind of funny. Scripted invasions. We want to say yes. Okay, and what do we got here? Waffen SS. Yes, go ahead and create them. Activation of a couple of units, and we lose 7,000 officers. Wow, yes, we did. Okay. So now we kind of have to, well, now we're going to do this. We're going to throw this into overdrive, 250 officers a day. Over the course of, let's say, a third of a year, 100 days, that's 25,000 officers. That would get us well above what we need. So we probably only need to run this for the next 2 months, perhaps. I want to get to, kind of want to get into the green. So we got to keep an eye on that. Whoops. Let's go ahead and hold off on this a little bit here. We've got here. So, whoops. I wanted to grab all these divisions. What I typically do is I send all my SS troops down here to Mannheim, but we're going to leave this guy up over here at Belgard. Maybe Kolberg. As the game progresses and I get SS divisions of varying garrison-like, militia-like aptitude, I'll put them here on the Eastern Front. Once we have Poland conquered, that's what I'm going to use to hold, basically to tamp down any revolutions going on there. The SS will be used for that until I can get sufficient garrison units built to put in there. Normally what I like to do is, say for Poland, build about 5 garrison units, put them in here. Denmark, I do the same thing. I build 5 garrison units, put 1, 2, 3, I think typically is what I put here, and then I use the other 2 to hold a couple of these northern places here. The garrison units that I'll have here on the west front, I end up using at different places. I'll have one group for the lowlands, another group for eastern France, another group for northern France, and then yet another group for western France for what we're holding in the area here. And again, as I get more and more SS type units, eventually there's an event where you get like a whole slew of SS garrison type units that appear in Paris and spread all throughout France. Use those to basically just hold down France, try to keep all revolutions under control there. Okay, that's that. So this is new garrison unit. Let's move them to Mannheim for now. I forget exactly where the next. I like to have a garrison in each of these provinces here, just basically to keep the French honest. Once we go to war with them, I will have troops, frontline troops, stationed in certain areas, like here at Rottweil, for example. Great place to put some troops because they can go to any of 4 different provinces. Mannheim is another because they can go to these 2 provinces. Saint Wendel is another because they can go to these 2 provinces here. In case of any of my front line here with France being attacked. We will see if that happens. So, we already did the Wehrmacht. Let's do the SS. Oh, did I move? I did not. So let's grab these guys. We're going to move you here, and the SS is going to move to here. Future leader cadres, veteran leader cadres for units coming down the road. That's what those are. There we are, Wehrmacht. We got another veteran. So far, just all veteran headquarter units. That's fine. 4 small shipyards, 5 medium, 3 capital, 5 sub. 18 small arms, 11 automotive, 8 artillery, 12 tank, 8 light aircraft, 13 medium, 1 heavy, 3 military colleges, 5 research labs, 8 supply factories, 12 rail terminals. Heavy IC went up a bit. So yeah, we actually gained a couple IC there. Supplies are still looking good. For those who might remember from my previous campaign, what I like to do. You know what? I need to push some of the stuff around, which we'll get to in a moment here. Fortunately, we're not too far into the game. Finland, real quick. They want us to spend $12, which we've got for some rares. We can certainly do that. I like to have about 50,000 supplies in reserve. For every 10,000 above or below that reserve, or that amount that I have available to me, I change my supplies and accordingly 5.5 pips. 5 or is it 10? 10 pips. So where our need is 16.92 and we're 40,000 below, I need to have, I think it's 10. I need to be plus 40. Since we're 40,000, 40,000 supplies down, I need to be at plus 40. That's where we're kind of at right now. But I'm going to leave this alone. It's still, as Japan, I had a little bit more of an emphasis trying to get my supplies up rapidly beginning because you go to war in 18 months. Germany, you don't go to war for over 3 years. So 3.5 years. So we don't need to worry so much about building our supplies up drastically as you would normally here. We do, however, need to go and start, let's see, need to start getting my rares pushed to the top. I'm just going to push them all the rares to the top here because that's something we need built and coming online. And for our industry, I'm going to pick a couple of single industry, so either like one and done type of deals here. I said a couple, but I'm pushing all of them. All the single industries I'm pushing to the top here. Like I said, this way it's like a one and done type deal. So that way, once it's completed, cool, I get the extra IC, but also it frees up, it trickles down an IC for me. So that's obviously we're not going to be building too much in that stuff here. We're only putting 50, so let's push 30 into rares to start with. Almost 31. and at least 3 industries being worked on, with a 4th industry seeing some love. Okay, I like how that's going. Historical build up to the Luftwaffe. So yes, we shall certainly do that. This looks different, actually. Interessante. So apparently this is something new for the 12.1. I think some of the notes indicated there was some cleaning up of the events. Some events saw a bit of a cleanup. So yeah, we're gonna do the historical build up. That's fine. Huh, interesting. Okay, cool. It does provide a little bit more background. Alrighty, let's see. Poland wants supplies for money. Portugal wants supplies for money, and Greece wants supplies for money. These are not going to last too long, I feel, but we'll go ahead and take them right now. I see wasted for reinforcements. Let's go ahead and drop that down a bit. That's nice. That's basically what I dropped the reinforcements down by. That's another industry being worked on. Supplies at 11,000, so we're good there. We're up to 68% with our officers. We're going to save real quick. People are still moving around. See, yeah, Greece canceled theirs fairly soon. I mean, they ran out of money. That's the main thing. They had plenty of money to handle that purchase for a while, but then they ran out of it. Okay. Supplies, we're at 13,000. We're at 71% for our officers, and it's only been the second week, so we're doing pretty good there. You can see we're just building. I thought we'd have had more industry being built on, but I guess not. Interesting. Oh well. So we're building 4 industry, 3 rares. Rares will be done in May, September for the industry. Cool. Bulgaria wants me to buy rares, so we're down by 22. We have plus 24. So I think we'll take these purchases here for right now. Romania wants to buy some energy. Okay, so that keeps us going on an even keel. Soviet Union wants fuel, and they'll give me money for that. That really isn't ideal for me, but if I can get a lot of money quickly, even for a short period of time, I will take that. I'm greedy like that. Yeah, you can see we're going up by 40 a day. Turkey wants us to buy rares, 18 rares. That'll put us into the green. And Russia said, no, we don't want to be buying any more from you. Okay, we need to change. Actually, I probably should not have did the Turkey purchase there. Though, let's stop buying from the Spanish Republic for 12 bucks. And that'll get us back into the green. Yes, we are ready. We're going to lose 15,000 supplies, but we will be getting a whole bunch of cool stuff. So Egypt wants to give me some money. I'll be happy to take it for a few days or weeks that they'll let me. We're up to 80%. Good. Specialist training. Excelente. Here's all of our surpluses, which with the utility window, which let me get that up and running here. So Germany, so I'm in the utility window, which I unfortunately can't see because I'm on the other monitor. Also, too, it's not in the game, so OBS is not going to catch that for us here. But we're playing as Germany, so set as such, the values will get refreshed in the utility every day. Currently, our base IC is 151. Our IC efficiency is at negative 6.3. A lot of interesting things here. We don't have any puppets. Strategic reserve, which is that's what we're looking at right now. We have 2 zinc and -1 for everything else. So we have plenty of zinc. We just don't have enough of everything else. We'll sell that zinc to make up for it. We don't have any IC debt. We're probably going to leave it at the 20% for right now, but things get kind of dicey, which they will as the years start rolling in. We'll need to up that a bit. The trade AI we're not going to worry about. Miscellaneous, nothing there. Minister. This is when our buildings, hospital looks to be the next that we'll be getting. Automotive factory as well. Cool. They're in the teens, those two, so a long way to go. We're 30 days into our resources, so we still got a ways to go for hit our resources level 1 at 90 days. And the AI sliders, really, I haven't played with AI sliders. I need to test those out a bit more. I have a feeling that they would be very handy in making things a little bit easier in the game for me. Easier in as much as I don't have to keep, um, wiggling around with like the leadership. If I want a certain percentage of officers, just I can throw that in. Spies, diplomacy. I can throw those in and just let the AI take over and run that. For example, the trade AI, ditto there. Try to keep a stockpile surplus of certain things. If I'm over a certain amount, sell those automatically for me, so I don't have to get involved with that. There's also a production AI slider, which I mean, some people may certainly like that. I'm not someone that would. I would have no desire for that. All right, let me get back to the game here. Whoops. There we go. So we got some shortages, which you'll need to address, but we need money first off. We're making 24 bucks, so that's good. Okay. Upgrade our motorized support brigades. Thank you. And anti-tank brigades. Thank you as well. Mix support brigades. Cool. We lost high. We're down to medium now at this point, which that's just currently the way things are working. That's only affecting my officers. We're doing good all around here. Diplomacy, I'm going to drop that down a little bit more to 0.05. Drop it by half. Every 20 days, I guess, I'll be gaining a diplomatic point, and I think that's sufficient. I don't think I need to worry about more than that. We will be needing diplomacy sooner than later because I'm going to start influencing some countries my way. Namely, try to get Turkey and Spain, I think, on my side. We'll see though. So yeah, we're down 19. So Italy, 23 bucks. Oh, that's a bit much there, Italy. Let's just do the Luxembourg. 4 bucks for 3 rare. I mean, this is a better deal. We're actually getting more materials than what we're spending money for. But it's way too much money to be spending here. First division order will commence. We are going to reclassify. I think there's certainly a historical thing here. Light armor upgrade, infantry tank upgrade, cool them all around. Brazil, no. I don't have that much in the way of convoy ships. I don't need to get involved. We're going to go with the heavy anti-tank guns focus. I think with Japan we just stuck with the regular. Well, if we even did anti-tank, I don't remember now. Amphibious armor, yes. We want to send in, or no, we want to do police buildings. The Conte de Cavour, good for you. Good for you. Police centers in almost a dozen areas. Artillery focus, we're going to do artillery, of course, not rocket. Winter Olympic Games, a lot of cool stuff. We lose 10,000 more supplies. Wow. Losing any descent, so no biggie there. How are we doing anyway, descent? We're 0.02. Probably, I probably need to put into some paperwork or something like that that I can switch to something that I need more consumer goods and just not worry about it for a bit, knowing that the Winter Olympic Games and the Summer Olympic Games are coming. Because I think those both will be lower descent lowering, and also the London Naval Treaty. When we leave that, that'll lower some descent for us too. Let's just do this and say yay. We get $500. That's good. Get a couple of skills, as you see. Relations turn pretty good. Now this is somewhere where I'm going to kind of pivot and go like, I don't know. um, yeah, I don't know if we want to go this route. Because I would have to create some specialized units to build around these things. And they'd be very handy, let me tell you. When we go with our Leningrad siege, Stalingrad, Moscow, maybe Gibraltar, we will be needing the railway artillery. But they're slow as all get out. You can only strategically redeploy them. So like when they have Stalin or Leningrad surrounded, for example, cool. SR the railway artillery up to a province or a zone away. It then will take them forever to get into the combat zone, or the zone that I need to get into combat. Let's go and do it. Let's go and start the program. So here's where we get our one of our first convoy ships, or not convoy ships, transport ships. There's two, the Hanover and Hesse. We're going to commission both of those. They'll give us a coastal battleship, which will also lay the groundwork for the future of a light aircraft carrier. Some people might say, well, that's not very historical, but I think Japan did it. I certainly did with some cruiser hulls. I believe it was cruiser hulls. Maybe it might have been battle cruiser hulls, and also transport ship hulls. But I can see my way to role playing to say, with the coastal battleships, yes, we wanted our navy to grow, and this is the best, most efficient way in order to do so, to bring up mothballed ships that weren't broken down yet for scrap, which we could certainly use, quite honestly. Considering where we are with our supplies, though, great. Um, I'll run a brief deficit, but immediately tomorrow it's gonna jump up to zero supplies, so we'll be okay there. No big deal. And like I said, I can see myself saying, okay, build these up, and then several years down the road, say 39, 40, when it's like, you know what, we need carriers. Cut off the tops of all these guys here, the coastal battleships, convert them to light carriers. So yeah, it's commission. Yes, we're going to build this facility. There's even more supplies. We're going more into debt. Again, it won't really matter. If I wanted to game the system as well, too, I would put a lot into IC, into my actual production, I should say. A lot of my IC into production, and just enough into supplies to make sure that I'm at least maintaining green until these things start happening, and be like, oh no, I lose the supplies. No big deal, But oh well, we'll build that facility. In fact, we have to go into here, which, whoa, that should have actually broke the game. Now that I thought about it, that was kind of stupid, Tom. When you're in negatives, you really should, like here I'm negative supplies, you really should not go into your production screen. So maybe because my computer can handle it, I don't know. But yeah, negatives in production screen equals a crash. So that's something you don't really want to do. But fortunately, nothing bad happened there. Let's go and advance. And we'll save because we didn't crash. And we're in a new month too. Oops, not save. Game options. Game. We want to save monthly. That way, in case worst case scenario, I had it set to half a year, but I think at this point we want to make sure that we're saving off enough. Okay, so supplies for money. We'll be doing that all day. No, we don't want to buy fuel from Finland. I know we're in the negatives, but that's okay. Spain. No, I don't want to import. Poland, sure. We'll spend $3 for 2. Portugal's not giving us any more money. That's okay. We're almost at plus 30 a day here, so we're fine. Romania wants metal for money. That's cool. Let's look at something here. Oh, we're in the green. So we need to, let's go up to 45. Oops. There we go. Not bad. A month and a half, 6 weeks is all we had to sit with no research going on, which sure, that put us behind. We could have gotten like basic education completed at the beginning of July or end of June, for example. But that's okay. We're back to where we need to be with our officer ratio and 17 officers a day. Well, 100 days would be 1,700, so that would get us to 40,000. So we will get to 100% at the end of the year. Am I figuring that correctly here? It's almost 300 days from now, so at the current rate that we're going, that's 5,000 officers. Yeah, that'll be a 43,000, assuming, of course, that we don't get any new units between now and the end of the year. But yeah, okay, we're a good point here. Okay, so they need their rares more than they want our money. Understandable. Scharnhorst and Nice now. I'm honestly not sure historically which one I should really take here, but I'm going to end up using the Scharnhorst and Nice now, as well as pretty much all my other battle cruisers, battleships. I'm going to use them as raiders. They're going to be sent out into the Atlantic and just simply spin around all the place, trying to take on convoy as much as possible. So I'd rather have them done sooner than later. They're not going to be going up against main ships of line or anything like that. So we will do that, which now puts them into the queue, if I remember correctly here. Yep. Rares get done in May again. Reinforcements. Let's free up some more IC. There we go. Supplies are trickling in. There really isn't anything that we could do here, as you can see. I mean, strategic resources, we're going to postpone. Let's postpone for 6 months. Thank you. And postpone the mine expansion plans also for 6 months. I could go into here and we could go with, not that, we could go with the mixed industry. But like I said, I have a feeling that 10% IC improvement is going to give us 15 IC, but it's a 15% consumer goods requirement increase then. Which I think that 15% gets added. I think it's going to be added to that 17.3%. So that'll be 32% of our IC basically will need to be spent on consumer goods. So we're at a point now. Let's see, base value. Access negates my full mobilization. Well, actually, I think the 15% goes into the bottom. It doesn't go into that. It doesn't get stacked onto that 17.3%. It gets added to the stuff below. So on one end, we have 70% in bonuses, but we have 30% in malices and negatives. So that's a positive 40%. An extra 15% if our full, the full mobilization will go up to 35% plus 35%. So we should still be kind of in the green, I feel. You know what? Let's take a chance on that. I'm probably mathing wrong. Unit recruit time actually improved on that, right? Yeah, it went from 20, yeah, improved dramatically there from a 25% slowdown to just a 2.5% slowdown. So something took 100 days. It was taking 125 days to be built. Now it just takes 102.5 days, for example. So yeah, dramatic improvement there. IC efficiency, of course, that got beefed up dramatically there. But we're at negative 6.5% or whatever. Okay, so we're at negative 5. Consumer goods needed during peacetime. That's still saying 0.02. Wow, so we're probably doing okay. Um, I don't think war economy would be 25%. Huh. We do lose a whole bunch of money though. So yeah, our money is kind of went down there a little bit. It's going from 65% bonus to 25% bonus. So that's 70, yeah, 74. I wonder if those percentages impact your production, what you produce in your home territory. Should have taken a look to see. I don't want to switch back just to switch back to here to just see what that production is. But if so, if I were to go to a wartime economy, our money is going to take just a 5% hit. So it'll be just over 5. Instead of 5.3, it'll be just over 5, 5.0 something. So that won't really impact our money. That might be something to take a look and see, but we'll hold for now. Okay, Ireland. Want me to buy rares? Actually, yes, we can do that with you. Chile? No. I see efficiency levels now 6% instead of 7. Like I said, we were at negative 6.3%, which I think the game rounds up. So that's why I said negative 7. We dropped by 1.5%, so that technically should have dropped us to 4.8, which would have been 5%, not 6. So I don't know. The math is kind of weird there. Okay, our first Luftwaffe upgrade here. Yeah, this actually got. I think some of these events got beefed up a little bit, got fixed. And I know I was talking about, and it's something I still kind of want to do when I have a lot of time on my hand. I want to go in through all the events, fix the formatting. Like here, you can see it's formatted to be indented just a little bit. I think that's just there's something there, an extra space or something like that that's causing that. Remove that space. So fix the formatting a little bit. In front of the unit, looks like it's kind of shifted over to the right. Fix the English, so that's a little bit better. And just there's a lot of room here. There's some events that just doesn't have much of anything in the way of flavor text. So I'm kind of wondering, if maybe I can just go in, hit Wikipedia, for example, and some of my military sites that I have, World War II military sites that I have on on my Rolodex for all you young kids. Just go through and maybe do a complete pass through all the events. Just add a whole bunch of stuff, fix do some fix and stuff like that. Kind of make the game a little bit better. In that regards, not that I'd be improving anything in regards to the actual playability of the game. That's being done by the dev team and quite wonderfully now, especially if that RAM memory third-party app works the way that they're talking about. That'd be great. Anyway, yes, so we'll go ahead and do our first work there. So we're still at 0.02. Let me take a look at production real quick here. Consumer goods. So it's only saying we're at 15.8%. Why'd that move? We're at 15.8% needed of our ICs needed for consumer goods. It's almost like there's magically a certain amount of consumer goods being produced anyway. So yeah, what I'm thinking, according to the bonuses here, I'm sitting at a 25% net bonus in the green. If we were to switch to a war economy, we would be at a dead even as far as no, we would not. We'd be in the negative because we're going from 20 to 25%. So yeah, right? Did I say that right? Maybe I'm saying it wrong. 30. Yeah, we're at 25%. And 25% is the difference here. So our consumer goods would even out, according to my quick math. Leadership modifier would get hit by 5%, so that'd be 1.5. 1.5 removed. Not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. Our IC would go up 15% more. So with our base 150, it would be 22 more IC. That's 4 more industry that we'd be able to start building. 2, 4, already have 5 industry we're fully building with a 6th halfway worked on. So 22 would finish this and get 3 more industry being worked on. I think I'm pushing myself to this here. Money would take just a very minor hit, 5% hit, not a big deal. We lose another buck. That's what it would be. Also, recruitment stays the same. Dissent would go up, though. Dissent would go up by 1%. So we would need to throw consumer goods into. We would need consumer goods to wipe out that 1% of dissent coming. So I don't know how much of a hit that would be. Yeah, we can't go here. We need to be at war to have heavy industry anyway. So no on that. One thing I'm kind of looking at, our IC would jump up by 15%. Wondering if I move the mixed industry back down to consumer product orientation, we'd have our money gain back big time. Our IC gain, if we moved our full mobilization up to war economy, would be up by just 5% net. And our consumer goods wouldn't be the daily cent wouldn't really be hitting us. Officer recruitment would be nice too. That unit recruit time. Let's leave things low for right now. Let's wait till we get a little bit further. Yes, because we're getting resources from China, and Japan will join us sooner or later anyway. Closing. We gain manpower, gain money, and we gain a couple points in some research there. 20% investment for spawn units. Let me get to IC days here. So we're at 670. 670 IC days is what's left at this point. We're currently spending 30 per day towards that. So that would be 23 days total. I think we'll leave the IC debt the way it is right now. We're not going to boost that up or anything. I mean, I could boost it up to 60%, take a big IC hit, but that would only be for a short period of time. That'd be like for 6 days, or 7 or 8 days at that point. So, yeah, here's another battleship by the Italians. Here's the result of that Chinese. We lose some supplies and money. Not a big deal in either of those cases in order to gain rares and metal. So we're now actually sitting pretty with our rares and definitely with our metal too. Make sure we're not buying any metal. No, we are not. Okay. Supplies, again, we're 40 down. This should be up to 67, but we're leaving it kind of the way that things are right now. I'm happy with the way things are. And we just lost a whole bunch of money there in that regards. Can we stop? I think Ireland, Luxembourg, let's stop them. We'll gain some money back. The 3 rares we're going to kind of miss, yeah, but not that big of a deal. We'll take the offer from Finland because that's pretty low. Supplies, sure, we'll give Luxembourg supplies. Hungary wants supplies as well. It's funny when you get a situation where I'm losing money, countries come out of the woodwork typically to be like, hey, I'll throw money at you. Just give me supplies. Sweden wants energy, and we're not going to do anything. Unless overseas, meaning South America, Central America, Asiatic countries, if they want to give me money for stuff, I'll be happy to do that. But otherwise, I'm not going to. No way, no how. No way, no how. Okay. Fuel, no, fuel, no, fuel, no. Not now at this point. Let's see how we're doing here. Still got units moving in all over the place here, but let's... Okay, we'll put the heavy AA in. The anti-aircraft, I think... Yeah, I'm seeing there's already anti-aircraft all along the border here. We'll move them up to there. Okay. Here, and the heavy AA. This AA will move into there. This AA will move into, add it to a leader unit. And we'll probably do the same thing with this one here. Move to that leader unit. To that one. Okay, everybody else is moving around. Cool. We didn't get any new units created, built, or otherwise, so we're looking good there. Spanish Republic, no. I try to spread my units around in case we have some insurrections. That way I've got coverage, which reminds me this guy needs to just move here for right now. Actually, just move to Rowell. Let's move there, yeah. So I have a garrison here. Let's move up to there. Okay, so that's where you're going anyway. So let's actually have you go up to here. And you really don't need the motorcycle attachment, recon attachment. That's kind of silly. Though I don't think I need it on any of my leader units. They all have motorcycle recon attachments. Anyway, I'll add it to my main guy there. Let's look here. Okay, we're doing all right. I do need to go through leader units just to kind of see, do we have any that are like kind of overstuffed with things like Von Kleist. We already have a leader unit here, or not really. Well, I mean, yeah, they are a headquarter unit. This is my leader unit. They would do this. Van Kleist would do better with a unit, actual unit. We'll get to that. I'm not going to bore you guys with arranging units out or anything like that for right now. We're actually doing pretty good with our spies. I'm gonna let things ride the way they are there. Diplomacy, we're looking good as well. Production, we just need to be 30 above, which that's kind of where we're at. We're just building 3 industry fully right now, but also the 3 rares are getting built, so that's fine. Nothing here is going to pop. Everything else is wonderbar. Pretty soon we'll be addressing that. Hessen, here's the other one. We will go ahead and commission the Hessen. And I want to say they both appear here. Actually, what am I doing? So here, let's do this. Send him over to here. We'll move those guys around. Here, torpedo boat, and then, so this is how we get free passenger ships. FYI. Combine all those together. We're good to go. These guys, there we go. They each have a seaplane tender, and I've got 5 torpedo boats total. We're good to go there. We'll be fine there momentarily. Light cruiser, blah, blah. Okay, so we're all set there. I think with our air units, we're okay as well. I think, yeah, here's where we... So this fighter group, I'm going to go ahead and just send them out anyway over here, just to get them out of Berlin for right now and set up. Lost the IC debt, so that's yay. Not getting rares from Ireland anymore. That's okay. Uruguay, Poland. We're at 23 bucks, so sure we can buy stuff from them. Romania wants energy. Denmark wants me to buy rares. Italy wants me to buy rares. Soviet Union wants to buy rares. But you notice the Soviet Union, briefly I saw there, that for 22 bucks, they wanted me to buy just a bit more, 15.8 rares or something like that. While Italy, my friend, is like, nah. Normally for money for rares is more than 1 to 1. In other words, you need more. You put more money than $1 in to get 1 rare. Italy seems to be like, nah, we got more than enough rares. Less than $1 per rare breakdown. So we're going to do that actually and decline Denmark. Probably could have accepted Denmark, but Finland wants me to buy fuel. Probably could, actually. I've never gone this route. I don't know. I don't know what happens if you say yes to this, that you want our German colonies back. As many times as I played Germany, you'd think that I would have sat here and tried this to see, what 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 colonies we get back or work to get back or whatever. But yeah, I have no clue what that's about there. I mean, it'd be funny if you were able to get South Africa back this way. If you said, yeah, let's get our colony, and also the Pacific Islands, the few Pacific Islands, Marineras or whatever it was out in the Pacific theater that Germany lost and Japan took over, basically. So we are in. So we lost meat, it went up to high, so that's good. We'll take a look at that real quick here, just to make sure. There we go, 48. That's good. Doing 10 officers a day. So if we're down by 3,000, almost 4,000 officers, that's 400 days before we get to green. That's okay. We'll start speeding it up a little bit. Anyway, crude oil resources have now gone up a bit more, thanks to spending time there. Yes, we want to go ahead and get our infantry divisions, full divisions. Here's where we go back into the IC debt. We're forming a whole bunch of Luftwaffe groups as well. Yeah, it looks like these events are now showing more in depth what you're getting, which is cool. What is this guy here? Oh, there we go. And these infantry divisions, I'm going to send up to here. Have one go there, one go there, one go there. And actually have another one come up to here. Can these guys, no, 360, so, well, it would help if I merge them. We can carry 382. Yay, we can get loaded up and transport it over. That group I always send over, the 2 divisions, a headquarter unit, over to East Prussia, just so that way they can help out with what's going on here. Let's do that. Yay. And I'm going to shoot my garrison up north because we'll go to Memel afterwards. Okay, let's check around here real quick. Anti-air, we can ship you out to there. Yeah, you're still coming down. That's fine. Add you there. Add you there. A little bit of a stronger force, manpower-wise, stronger force. Something to remember, of course. These are it's just garrison, headquarter defense, attachment military police. No military might to them really to speak of. They're soft and hard attack and all that kind of stuff is kind of ugh, but at least it's something. And like I said, it keeps the French a little bit honest there. Part of a German meta play is to raid your headquarter units and raid them of pretty like almost everything. No, yeah, pretty almost everything there. Maybe just leave the cavalry and headquarter and the light vehicle, but like pull these two off here. Basically, just raid them for as much as possible with their stuff they have available there, and build other units off of that. Cool, I say to that, but I'm not going to go that route. That's a little bit too finicky for my taste. Yeah, I see. So we're at 64.20. 64.20. We're paying 30 per, so that is 200 plus days, 215 days roughly, assuming no changes in our IC otherwise. Though in 215 days, we're going to get four IC built for sure. Supplies, yeah, we're doing good. I'll leave that the way that is. So once things get a little bit more stretched, yeah, I can see putting more into our IC debt reduction. We're at an hour, almost 2 hours, so I'm going to keep going a little bit further, about 10, 15 more minutes. So I'm going to get to maybe the end of April here. We'll see. I know I've talked quite a bit, but we want to definitely get a little bit further here. Here we go. Which is the best first? Let me check the strategic effects just to make sure I get what is the most ideal option here. I think it's Railroad Tycoon. Yeah, Railroad Tycoon, double the IC efficiency, double the supply throughput. Highways we want to get as well, just for the organization regain rate. Mining would be good because flat 15% across the board for all of our materials up here. 3% IC efficiency, freaking great as well. 10% hits to IC and manpower, but that's all right. This is the last one, which if I had the time, sure, I would then take that as well too to negate this, meaning that take all four of these under a long-term plan, and you get green bonuses everywhere except for IC, where you're taking a 10% hit. Not a big deal. So yes, railroad is what we want to take right now. We lose a whole bunch of supplies. Supplies come and go, come and go. But the IC efficiency, you can see already some immediate benefits there. We're at positive $9. Brazil, nope. Sweden for fuel. No, I'm not going to buy fuel at this point. Poland says, nah, we don't want your money anymore. I'm actually sitting pretty here with our rares. For every IC spent, I believe it is. Yeah, every IC spent, you need 2 energy. So we're using about 300, over 300 energy, 1 metal, using 154 metal, and 1/2 rare. So for every 2 IC, you need 1 rare. In this case, 77 rares are being used. So it does help us to hit the higher levels of the IC debt repayment, because as we do, that's IC taken away, which means we need less resources. So if I run a situation where it's like, oh no, we're running out of rare materials, jack up my IC repayment from where it is now at 20% to something a little bit higher, 30 or 40% or even higher, and I'll, my resource will start working their way a little bit better. I really want to get back in the green, but I think I'm gonna leave my tech alone the way that it is for right now. Oof. Oh, auto saving. Good. It's taking forever to do what it's doing here. This doesn't affect us. This is the United States, Canada, Mexico, North America, basically. That's some hits for the next few months here. Yeah, we lost our high popularity. So we're going to actually drop this down to 40. You know what? Yeah, I know. We got a couple things that are getting ready to pop here pretty soon too, but that's fine. I got stuff that'll be coming up in the coming months here. But we need 40 plus officers. Supply from my nature, I'll take that. 40 extra officers a day. Over 100 days, that would get us, well, certainly in the green, almost 100%. Getting up to 43.5, so yeah, just about, or 43.5, so 2,300 off. Abyssinia conquered. Oh, there's somebody messing around here. So let's pop into here like so, and then swing down. Let's take a look here. Make sure we've got everybody. And where we're going to send you. Sure. Again, leader types, leader units will definitely. Actually, you can take all this stuff. That works. Oh, and you, heavy artillery. So we already got anti-air there. Swing you over. There we go. I do like to use like not that guy, but some of these like him. I'll actually use him in battles, not separately, but in an actual combat, they'll be used in conjunction with a whole bunch of other units. Their width isn't all that much. 3.8 compared to regular division. Actually, holy cow. How is their width that much more? How is a headquarter unit have more of a combat width? 2.3. It must be because of their artillery? Wow, okay. That is something I didn't really look at terribly much before. And that's something in Hearts of Iron 4 apparently is a big thing, is going along the trying to find the meta or whatever. Oh, you need anti-air there. And you can get some insane width type of units, 20, 30, 40 width type units. I have to really get into Hearts of Iron 4 a bit more to figure out those kind of specifics, but yeah. Three 3.9. I mean, the only real difference between the two, I mean, well, so two things I need to kind of look at here. My org and current strength are extremely low, yet for my actual combat units, for the headquarter units, those are already kind of maxed out. Yeah, 4.0 because they're maxed out there. 2.8 because they're not. 3.7 because their strength kind of is. Okay, so that might be why too, is I don't have enough manpower yet to really show me what's what kind of. Okay, don't be worrying arbitrarily, Tom. Looks like I got everybody all set up. Okay. Eventually, I'm also going to combine all these garrison units. I'm going to get them in groups of 5 and attach a leader to them. But that's not here nor there at this juncture. It's a little bit later. Oh, did I think, yeah, like here, I didn't do anything. We need to beef up. Yeah, the ones that were under French control, I guess, or what? Not French control, but were just I couldn't have units in. I need to click through and just make sure that we beef up their, like this guy, we can beef up his coal mines all the way, energy. Do one more there. Okay. That should be that. All right. Well, losing money now. Everybody's like diving on me. United States, they're here to help. Bulgaria is here to give a little bit more. Okay, boom, we killed those guys. Should be getting, yeah, back in the green. Good, good. Austria and Turkey both want to give me money for supplies. Again, I'll take that as much as possible. Finland wants metal. Sweden wants me to buy fuel now. So espionage, let's drop this to 0.4. That beats me up to about 45. Okay. And diplomacy, 0.03. Submarine crew training. I would love to know who stole that. Actually, if I hovered over it, probably would have told me. Be wonderful if somebody like Czechoslovakia, for example. Money for fuel. You know what? Yeah, here we are in June. Actually, I got a little bit further than I was anticipating. We are going to go ahead and save the game and call it at this point. Good stopping point. Almost got the first half of 1936 done and taken care of. Appreciate you guys joining me in this journey. Again, I'm doing this just before New Year's Day. Still in 2024. You'll be watching this in 2025. So hopefully, I don't say things that are too timely for when it is for me right now. You're watching the video, it's like major things have happened, and I'm not even acknowledging it. But anyway, thanks guys for joining me on this. This will again be the German campaign. I'm gonna take this as far as I did my Japanese campaign. Ultimately, you want to take over all of Europe, Africa, Middle East. I could see help out Japan and India as much as possible. Probably leave America alone. I'm just like I did with my Japanese campaign. I want to get to a point where we can definitively say that we have won the game as the Axis powers. As Japan, the Japanese campaign, that was Russia falling. We invaded the United Kingdom actually before that happened, and we even gained a whole bunch of territory. Got all of the Wales and southwestern England here, but we had to pull out because there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Allied divisions sitting in the UK, which total silliness. But I mean, they just with with an early D-Day and whatever the southern France invasion was called, I forget the name of it now. With those having been stopped, and the Allies had actually done their torch landings, poured all the way eastward, gotten all of Libya, were all the way in Egypt, and as Japan, I came and took out the Middle East and pushed all the way westward, got Italy all of its territory back, gave more of it, went all the way to the west here, got all of North Africa under our control. I kind of felt the game was definitely over at that point once Russia had fallen, and we could say that all of Europe, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, Pacific Theater was entirely mine. We had just about taken all of Alaska as Japan. I can see the same thing happening with Germany, where I'll be like, okay, this will be a point where I'll just go ahead and call the game. I feel I've kind of won. When yes, we can take out Russia. It'd be great if I could also take out the United Kingdom as Germany. We'll see if we can accomplish that or not. But you guys will be popping along with me to find out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yes, indeedy, I appreciate it. You guys have a great day. Bye.